بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين مدد يا رسول مدد يا سادة أصحاب مدد يا مشايخ أسكن الله فاز أسعد شرح من طريقتنا الصحابة والخير في الجمعية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فاطلع فرعون في سواء الجحيم قال قد كنت تردين صدق الله العظيم. Kur'an-ı Azim şu anda kıyamet günü ahireti gösteriyor.
The glorious Quran shows the hereafter and the day of judgment.
Söylüyor ne olacak.
And the glorious Quran informs us about what will happen on the day of judgment and in the hereafter.
Allah Azze ve Celle'nin indinde zamanda, mekanda yaratılmış onun için.
In the presence of Allah Almighty, both time and space are nothing but created entities.
Zaman, mekan yok Allah Azze ve Celle'nin.
Therefore, there is no concept of time or space for Allah Almighty, and therefore Allah Almighty is not bound to time and space because they are His creatures too.
O her şeyi gösterir, ne oldu, ne olacak, nasıl şey yapacak.
And Allah Almighty informs us through the Holy Quran about everything, about what happened in the past, about what will happen in the future, and how things are.
O ahirette yani cennet ehli cehenneme de bakacak, görecek.
And in the Holy Quran, Allah Almighty informs us about the state of the people of paradise. And the people of paradise, they will look into hell and see those who are there in hell.
Orada olanları hayattayken arkadaşlı diyor az kalsın beni de senin gibi cehennemin ortasına düşürecektin diyor.
And among the people of paradise, as they look into hell and see those who are there in hell, they will also see friends of theirs. And they will see those who were friends with theirs during their lifetime and who wanted to lead them astray. And then the people of paradise will say to those in hell who used to be or appear to be their friends in this life, and they will say to them, "You almost caused me to fall into the middle of hell, just like you."
Yok, benim düşüncem böyledir, ben doğru söylüyorum.
And thus the people of paradise will say about those who used to be or appear as their friends throughout their lifetimes, those people who used to say things like, "My thinking is right, I'm speaking the truth, you must follow me."
Ben yoldayım, sakın bu ibadeti gerekmez, ibadet etme, sen benimle gel, keyfimize bakalım.
And those so-called friends used to say throughout the lifetime, "Follow me, I'm on the right path. Worship is not necessary. Do not worship. Instead, come with me. Let us enjoy ourselves."
Başka işimiz olmasın. Başka şeylere tapalım. Başka şeylerle uğraşalım.
And those so-called friends who wanted to mislead you throughout your lifetime, they used to say things like, "We have other business to do. Let us not worship Allah Almighty. Let us worship other things. Let us do other things."
Allah yolundan Allah yolu diye bir şey yok derler.
And they used to say things such as, "There's not such thing as Allah's path."
Şimdi de yani o eski zamandan da aynı şekilde vardı. Her zaman insan aynıdır.
And this continues to exist. Those so-called friends who tried and continue to try to mislead people have existed in the past, in ancient times, and still today, in the present, it is the same.
İnsanın nefsi de var, şeytanı da var.
Humans have an ego, and they also have a devil that is attached or associated with them.
Onun için şimdikiler zannediyorlar ki biz akıllıyız.
And people are misled by their ego and shaitan, and people assume and think that they are smart.
Atalarımız, dedelerimiz aptaldı. İslam'a hizmet ettiler. İslam yolunda gittiler.
People these days think that our ancestors and grandfathers were foolish. They served Islam and followed the path of Islam.
Şey yaptılar. Biz daha genciz, okumuşuz.
And they say, we are younger. We're still young and we are educated. We know better.
Okuduğunuz hiçbir şey anladığınız da yok zaten.
Yet, while you claim those things, you do not understand anything.
Arkadaş, okulda, lisede, üniversitede gençler kendilerini çok akıllı zannediyorlar.
Those who say such things, they have not understood anything and they don't even understand what they read or have read. Whether it's friends at school, high school, or university, youngsters, they are convinced that they are very smart in the ways, in the things they do and the ways they think.
Yandakilerine da tesir ediyorlar çoğu zaman.
And many times they try to influence others to follow them.
Bazıları kurtuluyor, bazıları kurtulmayanlar da ahirette işte cehennemin ortasında oluyorlar.
And some of them, they are saved, but those who are not saved end up in the middle of hell, in the hereafter.
Ondan sonra da hüsranla bu ateşte yanıp giderler.
And then they will find themselves in the middle of hell, burning in that fire, in frustration, and in a state of being desperate.
Dünyada istedikleri kadar böbürlensinler, istedikleri kadar övünsünler.
Now there's no use of those things they were so proud of. Let them be arrogant as much as they want in this world. Let them boast as much as they want in this world.
Dünya hayatı bir çırpıda geçip gider.
The life of this world passes in a flash.
Kalan işte ilelebet artık bu cehennemde kalanlar olur.
And what remains will remain forever, and all they have acquired and accomplished is hellfire, and they will remain in hell.
Onun için bu insan düşünmesi lazım.
Therefore, a human being must think.
Allah Azze ve Celle insanı yarattı. Adem Aleyhisselam'dan şimdiye kadar o şeyler içinde olan şeyler aynıdır, değişmez.
And Allah Almighty created man, and from Adam, peace be upon him, until now, the nature within humans is the same, and it does not change.
İster büyük arabada git, ister küçük arabada git, seyyaraya git, ister hiçbir şey olmasın.
Whether you go in a big car or a small car, whether you walk or you have nothing,
Gene o insanın içindeki tabiat, meziyet falan hep aynıdır, yani değişmez.
and the nature, the character, what is inside that human are always the same. Those characteristics and attributes, what makes a human, that character inside, that does not change, that nature inside does not change.
Onun için Allah yolundan ayrılmayın.
Therefore, do not separate from the path of Allah Almighty, and do not let yourselves be influenced by those externals.
Ahirette pişman olmamak için, kendini kurtarmak için iyi insanlara tabi ol.
Follow good people to save yourself and to avoid regret in the hereafter.
Onlarla beraber ol, onların dedikleri doğrudur.
Be with those good people, for what they say is true.
Sen o öteki Seni yoldan çıkaracak olanların dedikleri hiçbiri doğru değildir.
None of the things said by the others who want to lead you astray is true. Nothing of what they say is true.
Hiçbirinin faydası yok. Zararından başka bir şey yok.
None of them have any benefit. There's nothing but harm.
Allah muhafaza etsin kötü arkadaşlardan.
May Allah Almighty protect us from bad friends.
Bu Allah Azze ve Celle Kur'an-ı Azimüşşan'da demiş az kalsın ben de gidiyordum diyor. Senin gibi olacaktım.
And in this verse of the glorious Quran, Allah Almighty shows us the outcome of those people, and He describes the state who almost followed those bad friends, and they will say, as they are in paradise looking down to hell, I was almost going to that hellfire where you now are in. I would have been like you, almost.
Allah kurtarmasa beni sen gibi böyle cehennemin ortasında yanıp kalacaktım.
If Allah Almighty had not saved me, I would have stayed burning in the middle of hell, like you.
Allah muhafaza etsin insanları. Gençleri ve hassa.
May Allah Almighty protect people, especially the youth.
Gençler, büyükler hepsi şeytan herkese de bulaşabiliyor.
Whether young or old, the devil can infect everyone.
Herkesin ahiretini, akıbetini kötü yapabiliyor.
And Shaitan can make everyone's hereafter and everyone's end result bad.
Allah muhafaza etsin şerlerden, kötü arkadaşlardan.
May Allah Almighty protect us from all evils and bad friends.
Allah imanımıza kuvvet versin.
May Allah Almighty give strength to our faith.
Kimse bizi kötü yola sokmasın inşallah.
May no one lead us into the bad path, inshallah.
Amin. Allah tevfik. El Fatiha.